Morning here. I hope it's as beautiful over there in Colorado. We're gonna start on our sides this morning. So let's start on the left side. If you have a blanket or a bolster, you can use that. We're just gonna use it just as a pillow. So you can put the bolster or the blanket underneath your head and just lie down on the left side. Have your knees be bent, your hips are 90 degrees, the knees are 90 degrees. And the purpose of the pillow is just so that you're actually on your left side and you're not leaning back. So just notice that you're on left side, just like this. And then just close your eyes for a moment. Your right arm can rest on your side, just like so. Take a nice deep breath. And then I want you to really see if you can direct your breath through the right nostril. So breathe in through the right nostril. And as you exhale, exhale out through the right nostril. Just that you don't have to actually block the left nostril, it's just a virtual alternate nostril breathing. So inhale through the right nostril and exhale through the right nostril. And just a few more times, just like this with your own breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. I'm going to mute everyone. So if you have any questions, just kind of chat or raise your arms. And exhale. And then just slowly begin to roll over to the opposite side. So you're going to be on your right side now with the left arm on top. You can just rest the left arm on top of your body, just like this, and make sure that you're actually on your right side. So you're not leaning back or leaning on your chest, that your entire right side is on the floor. And then just take some nice deep breathing, this time directly through the left nostril. So feel as if you can just breathe through the left nostril. Take your awareness through that nostril and then exhale out through the same nostril. Inhaling through the left, exhaling through the left. If you ever wake up in the morning and feel like one nostril is closed or you can breathe easier out of the other nostril, this actually really helps you open up the nostril that's closed. Inhale and exhale. And one more time. Inhale through the left, just a virtual, and exhale through the left. And then you're going to go back to the first side. So we're going to be on the left side once again. Your right hand is going to be resting on top of on the right side of your body. Open your eyes. And then slowly begin to take nice big circles with that right arm. Go only as far as your own range of motion. So don't push it. Nice and slow. You can make it big circles or small circles. It doesn't really matter. I want you to just bring some mobility into that right arm. So it can be nice, big circles reaching back behind you, or even just tiny little circles. You can even put your hand on top of your shoulder and just do gentle circles. So whatever works best for you. Sometimes it feels good to like reach all the way up and back behind you. Sometimes it's just a little bit of a subtle movement feels good on that shoulder. Just do whatever feels good. And then next time, rotate it the opposite direction. So whichever direction you were going, just go opposite way. You're gonna reach back and then forward, reach back and forward, just bringing some mobility, some range of motion into that shoulder. And then next time your arm is into the center, lift the arm all the way up towards the sky and then gently let it fall over your head, above your head. So again, go only as far as your shoulder allows you to go. So if you need to, you can just put your hand, your fingertips on top of your shoulder and just raise the elbow up towards the sky. If you have more mobility, you can reach all the way overhead and then exhale, lower the arm down. And just a couple more just like this. Inhale, expand, and exhale. This could be really intense, so be very mindful that you're not going too far. And one more time. Inhale, expand, exhale, lower. And this time, as you expand, reach all the way up or wherever you are is good. And then you're just gonna take that arm overhead, like your fingers are like broom, like a broom, and you're just sweeping above your head, just side to side motion. Just nice and slow. No big deal. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale. And then I'd like you to bring that arm all the way up and straighten the left arm. Bring the right hand on top of the left hand. So like you're clapping right in front of your chest. And then you're gonna inhale, raise that right arm all the way up towards the sky and maybe take it all the way back behind you. So you come into a twist and then inhale, bring the hands back together. Just like this. So you're gonna inhale, reach the arm over and then exhale, bring the hands together. Inhaling, reach the arm over, reach back behind you. Nice, gentle twist. Your first twist in the morning. So just go as far as your body allows you. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, open up the upper back and exhale. And last time, inhaling and exhaling. And then this time, as you take your arm out, just pause there for a moment. Feel a nice stretch on that right chest muscle, the front of that shoulder, maybe a little bit of the upper back twist. Inhale, and then exhale. Bring the hands all the way back together. And we're just gonna flip sides. So I'm just gonna turn around so you can see me, but you can just roll over to the other side. And we're gonna start on your sides. Your left hand is on top of your body. And then gently begin to raise that left arm and do the big circles. So you can do as big circle as you want to, or be mindful. We are all asymmetrical. Sometimes one side is a little bit, maybe you slept on that side. So if you need to do little circles on this side, just see what works best for you. Inhaling, reach overhead and exhale. And a couple more times, and then we're going to reverse that motion. You may hear a little click, 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 clicks in that shoulder, like how I do now. But just whatever feels good. So the intention is to just wake up the shoulder, especially if you tend to sleep on your side. So reverse the motion. If you tend to sleep on your side, maybe you wake up and a little bit of circulation is missing in that shoulder. This really feels good to wake it up before we get into nitty-gritty of our practice this morning. And then next time your arm is next to you, pause there. Inhale, reach the arm overhead as far as you can. Nice range of motion, depends on you. And then exhale, lower. Inhaling up. So remember, you can always have your fingertips on top of the shoulder and just go lifting your elbow up towards the sky. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Sometimes if you've been hiking too and you're carrying a backpack, we don't realize how much the backpack actually weighs on the shoulder. So we don't really stretch out the shoulder after our hikes, but this really helps you um, create more mobility, create more circulation in the shoulder. And then next time, bring the arm all the way back down. Inhale. And then exhale, you're going to bring the hands together. So like you're clapping right in front of your chest. And with your inhalation, you're going to open the chest all the way back behind you, maybe in a nice little twist. And exhale, bring the hands together. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Inhale and exhale. You want to keep the twist to the upper back. So don't really go so far where you feel like you're really twisting from your core. Keep the twist to the upper torso. Inhale. Doesn't really matter how far you go right now. We're just starting. And inhale. And exhale. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. And then one more motion. You're going to take that arm above your head and just kind of wave it side to side. Nice little, just a shaking side to side. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. It's like you're sweeping above your head. Very nice. And then gently bring that arm all the way back. Now keep your arm right next to you, and you're going to take your left leg off the right leg. So both knees are bent. And all I want you to do is do the same thing with the hips. So you're just going to make nice big circles with that left hip. Nice big circles. And you know, these hip and shoulder sockets are like ball and socket joints. So there's a lot of mobility. And if we don't use them, we'll lose them. So it's really good to like wake up all the little tendons and all the little ligaments that are connecting the muscles to the bones and the muscles to muscles, and then reverse that motion. So you might feel a little bit of a fatigue in that left hip. That's okay. Just waking it up. This is a really safe position to do this movement. So really take advantage of it. Very nice. Beautiful. And then bring the knees back together. Pick up the heels off the ground. So your feet are off the ground. Now your knees, your right knee is on the floor. And then all you're going to do is open the left knee up towards the sky and bring it together. Open it up and bring it together. So like it's a clam, opening and closing. We're just going to do 10 of these. So we have 6 more to go. Press it open and close, and 5 and 4. Good. And 3. I'm sure you're feeling the fatigue now on the outside of that hip. And 1 more. Very nice. Bring that leg down. Switch sides so we can do the right side. So bring your, either just roll over on your side. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me. Your knees are bent 90 degrees, hips are 90 degrees. You're going to pick up the right foot, right knee up to the, from the left knee. And then I was at loss for words there for a moment. And then just rotate that leg into the hip socket. Rotate the head of the femur. So the thigh bone, the head of the femur is just turning in the hip socket. And turn it. And turn it. You're just lubricating that hip. And then a few more, and you're going to reverse it. So let's just go all the way around to the other side, reversing the motion. And notice if you're more coordinated on one side than other. Somehow, for me, I feel like the left side is a little bit easier to do. This side, I have to actually think about what I'm doing. you know, maybe there's a little sticky part that your leg doesn't want to go all the way around. Just notice all these little intricate nuances in your body. And then bring the knees together. Pick up the feet off the ground so your feet are together, knees are together, left knees on the ground. Keep the feet together and you're just going to lift the right knee up towards the sky and then down. And lift the right knee like a clamshell. And lift up and lift up. And 5 and 4. That's 3. That's 2. And last one. Very nice. Bring it all the way down. Press yourself all the way up. If you're using any kind of prop, put it to the side. And we're going to come up on all fours on tabletop pose. So make sure that everything is stacked. All the joints are stacked. Wrist under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And then you're going to inhale, lift the chest up. And as you exhale, I want you to pull the belly in, round the back, and take your hips all the way back to your heels. And then do this like a wave, coming forward, inhale, lifting the chest up, exhaling all the way back. Inhaling, coming up, lift the chest up, send the tailbone up, exhaling, pull the belly and round the back and take the hips all the way back to the heels. Last time, inhaling, coming up into cow pose, exhaling, taking your hips all the way back. And then this time, as you come into tabletop pose, stay here for a moment. Take your left leg back behind you. With your inhalation, reach the toes all the way back behind you as you lift the chest up. Exhale. Bring that left knee to your left elbow. Inhaling, take that leg all the way back. Exhale, bring the left knee to the right elbow, so underneath your body. Inhaling, take that back. Exhale, knee to the left elbow. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. So each time you cross it under, really pull the belly in. These are such good core work. Inhale and exhale, pull the belly and take the knee across the body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. Pause here. Now as you pause here, can you round the back a little bit more? Really press down through the bottom of both hands. Lift the knee up so much that maybe you can even touch your knee to the tricep. And then inhale, take that leg all the way back behind you. As you exhale, bring the left knee to the left elbow and step that left foot on the outside of the left hand, the outside of the left hand. And then here we're going to do some circles with the hips. So come forward and take it out to the side and back. Inhaling, coming back and exhaling. Just moving the hips in like a big circle. And then next time you come back to the center, walk your hands all the way over to the right and go as far as you can. Put your hands flat on the floor as if your hands are in downward dog, and then lean back onto that side. So you really feel a great stretch on that IT band, the hips, and the lower back. Really press the earth away as you lean onto that left side. Take a nice deep breath in. Soften the shoulders. Peel the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. And then walk your hands all the way back to the center. Take that left leg back behind you. Inhaling into cow pose. Exhaling, take your hips all the way to the heels. Inhaling, coming all the way back to the center. With your next inhalation, take that right leg back behind you. Reach the toes way back behind you as you lift the chest up. Exhale, bring that right knee to the right shoulder. Inhaling, take the right knee, leg back. Exhale, right knee to the opposite elbow underneath your body. Inhaling, reach. Exhaling, pull the belly in, really contract the abdominal muscles. Bring the knee to the elbow. Inhaling, back. Exhale, underneath the body. Cross it underneath, pull the belly around the back. Inhaling, reach. Exhale to the same shoulder. Inhaling, reach. Exhale to the opposite shoulder and then pause here. Now, can you really pull the belly in, round the back? Maybe even touch your tricep if you can. Hold it here, press down, press the earth away, and then exhale. Inhale, take that leg back behind you as you exhale. Draw that right knee towards your right shoulder and step that right foot on the outside of the right hand. And then as you do, just kind of circle your hips side to side. Nice big circles or little circles, just moving a little bit at a time. Inhaling and exhaling. And then coming back into the center, walk your hands all the way over to the left and away from your body. Place your hands flat on the floor as if your hands are in downward dog, and then lean into that right hip. Let the head drop. So you feel a nice stretch in that right hip, in the IT band, in the low back. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. And then inhaling, coming all the way back to the center. Take that right leg back behind you. Inhaling back into cow pose. Exhale, this time tuck your toes under, pull the belly in. Lift the hips all the way up into downward facing dog. So I want to move through this a little bit at a time. I want you to walk your feet away from your hands just a little bit. Lift the heels up. As you press the earth away, can you lift the sitting bones up towards the sky? Pull the belly in, engage the core, make your waist narrow. Inhale. And then exhale, come forward into top of the push-up. Okay? So pause here for a moment. Can you do the same thing you did on all fours? Really pull the belly in. My upper back and my lower back is doming up towards the sky. Inhale here and exhale from the belly. Lift the hips all the way up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Come forward. Inhale. Pull the belly around the back. Exhale. Pull the belly in, lift the hips all the way up and back towards downward facing dog. Inhaling, coming forward. Exhaling all the way back. And last time, inhaling, coming forward. Pause here for me. And then bring the left knee to your left elbow. Place it back. Right knee to the right elbow. Place it back. Left knee to the left elbow. Pause. Place it back. Right knee to the right elbow, pause, place it back. Left knee, right knee, left knee, pause, take it back. Right knee, left knee, right knee, pause, take it back. Left knee, right knee, left knee, hold it, place it back. Right knee, left knee, right knee, hold it, place it back. Last time, left knee, right knee, left knee, hold, back, and right knee, left knee, right knee, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then back. Bring your knees down, lean back into child's pose. Take a breath in, exhale it out, relax your wrist. You can even bring your hands right next to your body. Just pause here for a moment, catch your breath. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale. And then let's come on up, just kind of circle your hands, circle your wrists a little bit, circle the wrist the opposite direction. Then take your hands up towards the sky, maybe walk, kind of make little fists with your fingertips and then extend it out, flex the wrist. So we're going to stretch out the wrist a little bit before we move them again, before we use them again. And then shake your arms out, and you're going to come back on all fours. Walk your hands forward just a little bit so you can pick up your knees off the ground. Come back into your plank pose. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Come halfway down into chaturanga and then all the way down to your belly. As you come down onto your belly, bring your forehead down on the floor. Take your hands behind you, palms down. Now bring your legs together as if you have one leg. So really squeeze the inner thighs together, squeeze the ankles together. Press the top of your feet down onto the floor. Pull the belly in as you press the pelvis down onto the floor. Take a nice deep breath in. Your lower body is engaged. And then with your inhalation, you're going to lift the head and shoulders, the chest off the ground. So notice if you came up with your head first, can you make the head, the back of the neck long? So bring your chin into your chest a little bit so the crown of your head is still reaching forward, not up. And then as you press down firmly with your hands and with the top of your feet, lift the chest up a little bit higher. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. We're going to do that 2 more times. So lift the chest up to lift the head up. Always lead with your chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. If you lift with the head up, your shoulders will protect themselves and you can't go that high. So really lift the chest up first and the head will follow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Inhaling, lift up. Pause here for right now, for a moment. Pause, lift up a little bit higher. Maybe begin to lift the feet off the ground. Maybe begin to lift the hands off the ground. So what I want you to focus on is length. Can you reach the toes back, your head forward? Doesn't matter how high you get. I want you to really create length on your low back. Lift it up, reach towards the opposite direction, lift the hands up. Really spread your wings nice and wide as if you're flying. Inhale and exhale. Lower everything down. Bring your right ear to the floor and just rest for a moment. And then take your left ear, turn your head, take your left ear to the floor and rest. And then inhale, bring your forehead back down towards the floor. Bring your hands next to your chest this time. Hug your rib cage in. So the elbows are not going out to the side like chicken wings. I want you to have your elbows like grasshopper legs. Bring your elbows in. Press your feet down. Press your hips down. Pull the belly in. As you inhale, lift the chest up. Press the earth away. Maybe you like to come up a little bit higher. Keep the elbows slightly bent. Maybe you can lift up a little bit higher into a higher cobra. Inhale and exhale. Lower down. Bring your right ear down to the floor. Inhaling. Turn your gaze down and lift the chest up. Inhale. Exhale. Come down. Bring your left ear down towards the floor. We're going to do that side to side. 1 more time. Inhaling. Lifting the chest up into low cobra or high cobra, wherever you're ready. Exhale, bring the right ear down. Inhale, lift the chest up. Remember, the chest leads all the time. Exhale, left ear down. Last time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, right ear down. And inhale, lift up. And exhale, left ear down. Very nice. And then just come all the way back down. Bring your forehead down. Stack your fingertips on top of one another. And then place your forehead on your stacked fingertips. And just rest here for a moment. Just notice the sensations in your back. We're strengthening all the core muscles, front and back. Inhale. and exhale. And then gently begin to lift your chest up. As you do, come into Sphinx pose. So the elbows now, if you look at my elbows, are directly underneath the shoulders. They're not way out here this way. The elbows are hugging my body in. The shoulders are right above the elbows. So everything is in the same distance, right? So the elbows are shoulder width apart. Your fingers are spread nice and wide. You're pressing your hands down on the floor. This is called Sphinx pose. Bring your legs back together. Make one long leg behind you. And then as you inhale, I want you to create length again in your low back, pulling your arm, pulling your chest through your arms. So really press down your forearms. Press the inner side of your forearms down. As you do, almost like you're trying to bring your mat towards each other, isometrically move your hands and your elbows towards each other as you're lifting the chest up. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. And then you're going to take that right hand, the right forearm, and turn it so it's parallel to the front of your mat. And your left hand is going to go, you're going to bend your left knee, and maybe your left hand can reach behind and find your toes or your ankles or your shin. And whatever it is, I want you to, even if you can't grab your, maybe you can grab your tights, whatever you have, or you have a towel, you can wrap it around. But see if you can reach back towards your left foot and then really press to move your chest up. So now you're feeling a nice stretch in the front of that left shoulder. Inhale. And exhale. Lower, and we're going to switch sides. Bringing your left hand down. Your left forearm is facing is parallel to the front of your mat. Bend that right knee. Take your right hand behind you. Maybe you can find your bottom of your pants, or maybe your toes or ankles, or if you have a towel or a strap, you can strap it around. And then as you do, press into your hand so you can lift the chest up a little bit more. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more time. And exhale. Very nice. Release that leg. Slowly. Take it really, really slowly. You're going to slowly begin to push yourself back into child's pose. And this child's pose, bring your big toes together. Let your knees be wide apart from each other. Bring your forehead down towards the floor. And just rest here for a moment. Feel the stretch in that, all the muscles that you just worked in the low back and the upper back. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. And then stay in this child's pose. Just lift your chest off the ground a little bit. Take your right hand and slide it underneath the body, palm up, and then bring the right side of your ear down on the floor. A nice deep breath in and exhale. Very nice. And then slowly come on back up to the center and do the opposite side on the left side. So take a left hand underneath the body, reach to the opposite wall, bringing the left ear under to the ground. And then slowly coming all the way back to the center. And gently begin to walk your hands to your knees and coming into a Tadasana, standing pose. As you come into your Tadasana, have your feet be hip-width apart, so the toes and the knees are pointing forward. And you're just gonna come into this chair pose, reaching the fingertips forward, inhale, and exhale, reaching back behind you. Inhaling, coming forward, sit a little bit deeper into your chair. Exhale into airplane pose. Inhaling, coming forward. Exhaling, airplane pose. Inhale and exhale one more time, please. Inhaling, reach. And exhale. This time we're going to fold forward. Let the head drop. Shake your head side to side. Maybe you can even sway your body side to side. It's nice and slow. See how that feels if you really let the head go. The weight of the head relaxes all the muscles in the back of your neck. And then this time as you come up, come halfway up. So keep the knees bent. So imagine you have a stool behind you and you're just reaching to sit back behind you. Reach the right fingertips forward, left fingertips back behind you. Inhale. And then exhale, switch arms, reaching the left fingertips forward, right fingertips behind you. Inhale, reach the right fingertips forward. Exhale, left fingertips forward. If you can, keep the knees bent the whole time. If you have to come halfway up, you can do that too. Let's see if you can keep the knees bent. This is really good strengthening pose for your thighs, for your quadriceps, hamstring, glutes, calves. Inhale. Pull the belly in so you're protecting the back. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. And then bring both hands all the way down. Forward fold. Uttanasana. Begin to walk your hands to the front of your mat, please. So come back into your downward facing dog. And then keep the knees bent. With your inhalation, lift that left leg all the way back behind you. Bend the knee, reach the kneecap all the way up towards the sky. Feel that opening in the hip. And then exhale, bring that left knee to the left elbow. Inhaling, taking that left leg all the way back. Open up the hip, pull the belly in. Always engage your core to protect your back. Exhale, left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, reach all the way up. Open up the hip. Exhale, left knee to the left elbow and step your left hand in between step your left foot in between your hands. Take a nice deep breath in here, and I want you to really engage that back leg. So make that right leg nice and straight and strong. Your quadricep and your hamstrings on that back leg are energized. You're engaging the left leg, and then slowly begin to lift the fingertips off the ground, reaching the right fingertips forward, left back, and then switch sides. Inhale. And exhale. So we did this in the chair pose before. This time we're just going to do it in the crescent moon pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale one more time. Very nice. Bringing both hands all the way back down onto the floor. Take your left leg all the way back behind your three-legged dog. Open the hip. Lift the kneecap up towards the sky. Stretch it up. And then lower that left foot down next to the right. Inhaling, lifting that right leg all the way up, bend the knee, open the hip, reach the kneecap straight up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, bring that right knee to the right elbow. Inhaling, reach back, open up the hip, exhaling, knee to the elbow. Inhaling, reach back, open up the hip, engage the core. Exhale, knee to the elbow and pause here, and then gently step that right foot in between the hands. Keep that left leg nice and energized so your quadricep is nice and strong. Hamstring is pulling up towards the sky. Engage your core. As you do, you can slowly begin to lift your fingertips off the ground. Reach the left fingertips forward, right back behind you. Inhale and exhale, switch. Inhale, really press down through the right heel. keeping that right leg energized. Your right buttocks are nice and mobile right now. Reach back and forward and back and forward. Almost like you're swimming in water, like, and switch and switch and switch. And one more time, switch and switch, and then bring both hands all the way down to the floor. Take that right leg all the way back up into three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open up the hips, stretch up that hip, and then slowly walk your foot down, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, coming forward to top of the push-up. Stay here or bring your knees down, your chest down, your chin down, and then slither up into a cobra and press back up to down dog. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale it out. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhaling, fold forward. And this time, I'd like you to take your, so bend the knees deep. Take your peace fingers, your index and middle finger, and hook your big toes. So I don't know if you can see me like this, but your peace fingers are hooking up my big toes, just like this. I'll turn around so you can see. Okay, so the feet are hip width apart, and you're just hooking your toes. You can take your thumbs to the tip of your big toes. Inhale, come halfway up. So you're lengthening the back. Your knees are always bent. And then exhale, take your elbows out to the side and bring your head down towards the floor as if you're trying to pull your chest through the knees. And take a nice deep breath in. As long as your rib cage is glued to your thighs, you can begin to straighten the knees as much as you want to. But the minute you feel like your rib cage is lifting off the top thighs, just bend the knees a little bit more. It's really not worth your back. You know, it really helps to protect your low back if you keep the rib cage on the thighs. Let the elbows open up to the side. Let the shoulders peel away from the ears. Let the head fall towards the earth. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. And then you're going to gently bring your hips all the way down. So you're in Malasana, garland pose, and then bring your hips all the way down to the floor. And then as you do, put your hands right behind you. Lift the feet off the ground. So you're coming into this version of both pose. Keep the knees together and straighten one leg. And then bend it and straighten the other leg and bend it. So you can go side to side like this, lifting the chest up, or you can do both legs at the same time. And inhale and exhale. And then if you like to take it a little bit deeper, you can maybe bring the knees to your chest. And then as you exhale, take the legs away from your chest. So inhale and bring the knees to your chest. Exhale, take the legs away from the chest. Inhale, lift the chest up towards the knees. Exhale, press back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press back. Couple more. Good, one more. And then this time as you press back, bend the knees, bring your knees to your chest. Maybe you can pick up your hands and grab your hamstrings, lift the chest up. Maybe you can do the same thing we did before where you're hooking your big toes with your index finger and middle finger, and then lift the legs up towards the sky. And then we're going to move a little bit like you have bow and arrow in your hand. So take the right leg out to the side, bring the left knee towards your left armpit. Come back to the center, take the left leg out to the side, right knee to your right armpit, and come back to the center. So we're doing just the side to side motion If you don't have your toes, you can just do the same thing, holding on to your hamstrings. Just taking the leg out and bring it in, taking the leg out. But make sure your back is nice and straight. So don't round the back. Lift the chest up. And a couple more. And really aim towards the side. So wherever your feet are, really aim and take your gaze to your aim, to your wherever you're aiming. And 5 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. And last one. Very nice. And then bring the knees to your chest and go ahead and lie down on your back. Take your knees to your chest, rock a little bit on your back. Keep the right knee towards your chest and extend that left leg flat on the floor. And then rotate that right ankle one way and rotate it the opposite direction. And then interlacing your fingers behind the hamstring, begin to straighten that right leg. So flex the right foot, and I want you to really press your hamstring into your interlaced hands. So if you like to, you can stay here, or maybe you can lift that left foot off the ground, maybe an inch. Take a nice deep breath in here, really pressing your hamstring into your interlaced hands, as if you're trying to separate your fingers from each other. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, and then slowly bring that right knee back down to your chest. Bring the left knee to your right knee. Interlace your fingers around the left shin. Extend that right leg flat on the floor and rotate that left ankle. And then rotate it the opposite way. Very nice. And then interlacing your fingertips around the left hamstring, extend that left leg straight up towards the sky, and maybe pick up that right foot off the ground. But really press your left hamstring into your hands. You're trying to lengthen that entire left side. So the tendency is to shorten that side. I want you to lengthen the left side. The left hip is moving away from your left ear. And lift that left leg up towards the sky. Your left foot is flexed. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. And then bend that left knee. Bring that right knee up towards the left. And we're just going to do a little bit of a side to side like this. So right leg up, left leg extends. And then left leg up, right leg extends. And right leg, left leg, nice and slow. Left leg, right leg. Side to side motion. Lifting one leg up at a time. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And last one. Very nice. And then bring your knees back to your chest. Rock a little bit on your back. Extend the right leg all the way up. Cross your right leg over the left, like you're sitting cross-legged. Put your left foot flat on the floor. Lift the hips up, and you're just going to shift your hips over to the right and let the knees come over to the left. So you can now go into a little bit of a deeper twist than we did at the beginning of the class. Your right hand can either rest next to you, or maybe you like to reach the right fingertips above your head. Maybe you like to turn your gaze towards the opposite wall. So if you like a little bit of a cervical twist, you can take your gaze over to the right. And then now really breathe deeply into your belly. And as you do, feel that extension in the entire right side. So feel the right shoulder. We really did a lot of opening for the shoulders today. So feel as if you can send your breath to that entire shoulder structure, to the right lung, all the way to the right side of the body. And then slowly begin to unravel, unwind, coming back to the center, taking the left leg straight up to the sky and crossing that left knee on top of the right. Put your right foot on the floor so you can pick up your hips off the ground and shift your hips over to the left. And then this way your knees just come down towards the floor on the right. And your left hand can rest just right next to you, or if you like to, you can extend it above your head. And your gaze can either go to the left or straight up to the sky, whatever works best for your neck. And just breathe into that left shoulder, left chest, left lung, that entire left side. Take a nice deep breath in, belly is soft. Exhale out any tension. Inhaling good vibes. Exhaling whatever doesn't belong anymore, whatever you don't need any longer. And then gently coming all the way back to the center, unwind once again, putting your left foot flat on the floor. Bring your knees together and let your feet be wide apart from each other. And then inhaling, lifting the arms straight up to the sky. Bring your right elbow in front of the left elbow. And maybe you can even grab your shoulder blades behind you and just give yourself a nice big hug. This is called the constructive rest pose. Just rest here for a moment. Stretch out your upper back. And then inhaling, taking the fingertips up towards the sky. This time your left elbow comes in front of the right, and just give yourself a giant hug. Walking your fingertips underneath the body. Imagine you're hugging your grandchild, your kids. Just give yourself a big hug the same way you would as if you're giving your loved ones a big hug. And then inhaling, reach the fingertips all the way up. Bring your knees back to your chest. Grab the outside edges of your feet so you can come into a happy baby pose. And you can rock your baby side to side. Maybe you like to extend the legs straight out to the side into a wide-legged fold of Upavista Konasana, whatever feels good. So just kind of rock it a little bit side to side here. Inhale. And exhale. And then bend the knees once again back into happy baby pose. And stay here for a moment. If this feels good, just stay here. Otherwise, see if you can bring that left foot down onto the floor and then take that left knee down to the floor. So your right leg is still in happy baby pose and your left leg is in butterfly pose. And then if you have that, see if you can take the outside edge of your right foot on top of your left thigh and gently begin to press that right knee away from you. So this really helps you stretch out that piriformis, the outside of your hip. If this feels too much on the knee, just bring the knee back up towards the sky. But this is one of my favorite new poses. I really feel the stretch in that right hip more than any other pose. And then gently bring that knee back up, back into happy baby pose. So outside edges of your feet. Stay here, or take that right leg, release it down towards the floor. So the left leg is in happy baby pose, the right leg is in butterfly pose, supine butterfly. You can stay here or take the outside of that left foot and put it on top of your right thigh, and then move that left knee away from the hip. If this hurts your knee at all, even if you feel a twinge, take that knee up towards the sky. Just let that piriformis stretch, the hip flexor stretch. And close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in, exhale. And then inhaling slowly, coming back to the center. Give yourself one more big hug. Lift the head and shoulders off the ground. Hug your knees in. Tightly grab it in. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax into your final pose. Relax into your Shavasana, your last pose. You deserve this. Stay here for another few moments. You deserve this moment. Give yourself permission to just rest for a few moments before you transition to the rest of your day. This is actually a very important part of the practice. So don't skip this. Close your eyes. Let the heels just completely sink into the ground. Let the back of your knees soften towards the earth. Let the back of your hands rest comfortably on the floor. Let the back of your shoulders sink into the floor. Feel as if you're being cradled by the earth all the way from your heels to the back of your skull. Feel the weight of your body opening up to the earth. Feel your head, your forehead smooth. Your cheeks are soft. Your tongue is heavy. Your eyes sinking into the sockets. Notice how you no longer need to breathe deeply. Your body is breathing itself. And if you like to, you can stay here longer. I suggest that you stay for another 2 or 3 minutes. But if you're ready to move on with the rest of your day, gently begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips. Maybe rotate your head side to side, open and close your jaws. Draw your knees towards your chest. Notice if there's one nostril that you're breathing a little bit easier out of, just roll over to that side. Rest for a moment. And then press yourself up to a comfortable seat. And as you do, close your eyes for a moment, bringing your hands to your heart center. Take a nice deep breath in through both nostrils and exhale out through an open mouth, sigh it out. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this practice with you. It's always my pleasure. Thank you for showing up to your mat. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Have a beautiful weekend. Happy Easter. Namaste.
Thank you, Nasim.
Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
You too. I think we lost somebody else.
Yeah, I think Jeanette was here, but maybe something happened. I don't know. Well, it's good seeing you. I'll see you when I'm back up there soon.
When are you coming?
I'll be back up end of April.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I'll look forward to that.
Same here. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Stay well.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.